Now hear this, now hear this. Here's Molly for Humdrum.
Thank you, Gavin. Well, you've just heard one of the hot new singles to enter the Oz charts this week, English group New Order with Blue Monday, and what a great single that is. And on the subject of New Order, there's been a lot of confusion of people going to the shops believing that the album Power, Corruption and Lies has not been released. Well, that is not the case, and perhaps the confusion arises in the fact that this is the album, no mention of the title of the album, nor the group itself. And on the back it's the same, except for right down here you'd need a magnifying glass to see it, New Order, Power, Corruption and Lies. But take it from us, this bunch of flowers here on this album cover is the New Order album. And this group has already done big business on the singles charts with Blue Monday in the UK, and their album lies at number 7. And we've decided to check out the English trade paper, one of the English trade papers called NME, and have a look at the top 5 singles on the UK charts this week. At number 5, last week it was number 1, is the title track from the Spandau Ballet album, True, although in this country the first single is Communication. At number 4 is a hot new single from a group called The Beat called Can't Get Used to Losing You. Loving you. Number 3 is the follow-up to Wham Rap by the Wham Boys called Bad Boys. And at number 2 is the hot new single from Police, which I absolutely love, called Every Breath You Take. They're back in business, believe me. And at number 1 is a single from the New Yorkers called New Edition, with a big rip-off from Michael Jackson, I'd imagine, called Candy Girl. And the reason I say it may be a rip-off of Michael Jackson, if you listen to Candy Girl and then have a listen to Michael Jackson's ABC, I very much doubt if you'll hear that much difference between the two singles. I love Candy Girl by the New Yorkers, but I really don't think it's a matter of move over Michael Jackson. Here comes the New Edition. The New Edition, as I say, are from New York, so we thought we'd now have a look at Billboard, which is one of the official music trade papers from America, and we'd check out the top 5 singles on the US charts this week. At number 5, She Blinded Me with Signs, Thomas Dolby. Already been a hit in Australia, but has failed in his home country, Britain, to make any impression on the charts at all. At number 4, the hot English group Culture Club with their single Time. And watch out for Culture Club's new single, released in Australia next week, Church of the Poison Mind. At number 3, with The Bullet, our own boys, Men at Work with Overkill, sure to be heading for the number 1 spot. At number 2 with The Bullet is David Bowie's Let's Dance, but I have a feeling this one is not going to make it to number 1. And at number 1, Ta-ra, Ta-ra, for the second week in a row, Irene Cara with Flashdance, What a Feeling. And what a feeling it's going to be. Now, as I said, I love the single and I absolutely adore the album. Now, last week I hinted that there might be a Countdown National Flashdance competition. Well, this week we're officially launching it. So, out with the pens and paper, on with the dancing shoes, and it's over to Gavin for all the details.
Thanks, Molly. The Countdown National Flashdance Competition. What a feeling. It works like this. Anyone who's over the age of 15 can enter, but you must have turned 15 on or before January 1st, 1983. The competition is open to single dancers or couples. For details on how you can enter, here are your National Flashdance radio stations. 2SM in Sydney, 2NX in Newcastle, 2WL Wollongong, 2CC Canberra, Eon FM Melbourne, Radio 10 Brisbane, 5AD Adelaide, 6PM Perth, 7EX Launceston and 7HT Hobart. Each state will hold their own finals and the winners will dance off at the grand final on Countdown. What a feeling! The Countdown National Flashdance Competition.
And thank you, Gavin. Well, all I can say is get out there and start practicing, because this year it's going to be hot competition, believe me. Now listen, I've been browsing through Rolling Stone, and even they are besotted with dancing. They've done a 4-page article on New York rap dancing, and there it is. There's the hot New York rap disco, and look, they're even dancing out on the streets. So as I say, the world is dancing, so start practicing. Now at the back of Rolling Stone in this issue, they do a review of the David Bowie Let's Dance album, and check out that terrible drawing of David. I don't know what they're trying to do there. Now listen, talking about David, we're about to play you his new single, which is the follow-up to Let's Dance, called China Girl. This also was filmed in Australia. In fact, it was filmed in Sydney. And it features a Chinese Sydney girl called Ging Lee. Now, Gingley and David became very good friends during the filming, and unfortunately, I think Gingley was a little bit broken-hearted when David had to fly off to London to promote the album. Well, every fairy tale has a great ending and a very happy ending, and this is the case with David and Gingley. Last Wednesday, David flew Gingley off to Paris, first class, and he's going to launch her on a modelling career. So here is Gingley and David Bowie with China Girl.